taking a chance.
Okay, everyone. I just had to make sure that my kid had something to eat before I actually come in here to actually make this particular video. Now, I hope that you guys seen this particular photo over here. This was in Twitter. It actually drummed up a lot of drama. And I think this lady over here, she got the consequences that she actually deserved because although I do not like people going into other people's personal life, this is something that has been happening. That's why I actually put this because this is the same women that will come out here and say, we should be sisters. I want us to stand together only when it benefits them. And I'm not going to say it's all of them because no, there are few of them, but the ones that behave this way speak louder. Their voices are like louder. The hatred is like deep in their blood. At this point, you cannot do anything for them because the fact that if you look at her apology, the apology was just crazy. She was blaming her daughter for something, about some situation with mental health. Why is it that when some of these people have mental health, this is the way they want to portray other people? I do not believe in mental health at this case, especially with this particular case. I do not believe anyone that will have the time and the patience. Let's not forget, do you know how much time and patience you have to depict somebody like this, making the drawing? Look at how they made, Meghan Markle look like. She looked like a drug addict. Then when you look at the children, like it's obvious. Like the fact that she drew the children like that, I'm like, you do know what the kids look like. Why would you draw the children like this? And making sure that Prince Harry looks like he's doing the worst, impersonation of the rap music and all of that. Like he's wearing gold chains, he's making the hand gesture. And I'm like, no, this is not mental health. This is somebody that I don't understand how you could sit down and just hate another person. You don't know the person from Adam. You don't know the person from Eve. You don't know the person at all. And the only time you hear about this person is from social media. Yeah. And the children, I'm like, how does the children, why is it that Megan has this skin tone, her husband have the skin tone, but the children look like this? This is a mockery. And this is something I saw a woman one time in TikTok, she came out to actually, spew her mind and actually come out to talk about how she was raised, but she had to literally separate that particular lifestyle. She has to separate herself from that. She was talking about, she went to school, to learn how to be a teacher. And there were three of them. She was saying that there was an Asian woman, she and another black woman, and they were going to this school, you know what I mean? And she said the black woman did so well that she felt jealous and some kind of hatred towards that black woman. And she came to find out that this is something that has been embedded in her for a long time, but she didn't know how it got there. So she go through explaining, because she said she sat down one day and said, why am I hating on this woman that is doing better than me? Why am I so pressed about her doing better? That is when she noticed that, many of these women have been, raised in a position that they feel like most of the time black women or women of color should be serving them, should be helping them, help them understand, teach them, and make sure to raise the kids and all of that. You're supposed to help, but never go, never move ahead, never be better than them. You know what I mean? Now, this this cartoon is absolutely disgusting. And the thing she came out, she finally, I think maybe she deleted her Twitter, or Twitter took it down, because her Twitter is not there anymore. Now, I understand when you absolutely know the person personal. And I've been seeing a lot of Meghan Markle topic going on TikTok. You will hear somebody royal whatever talking about. Even there was a post last time saying that Meghan was laughing at Kate because she was demoted or something about the coronation. I'm like, did you meet her? And I'm gonna say this: Meghan is very patient and she's very nice. I'm not gonna lie, she's very nice. Because for all those people that like lying on her, if it were me, I would have sued for defamation. I would have sued for defamation. And some people like to put words into her mouth. The fact that she's not even going to Charles's coronation, they're still hating. There were a lot of people that like, at this point, even if you didn't want to be part of this topic about Meghan Markle or anything, or you just want to, look away, it is very difficult because they make it so hard for you to look away. She's the 24. She's like talked about 24/7, even when they should be focusing on their king, on his coronation. Meghan Markle is everywhere in the tabloids, everywhere in the newspaper, the headlines all the time. And I'm like, first of all, you said she wants, she's seeking for attention. She wants attention, and she want to be famous and all of that. That she's coming out every time she went to the UK. They talk about her negatively. Even somebody, can you imagine that there is somebody, literally scratching my head. There is somebody that came out, a news anchors like that. A man for that matter. I hate seeing men talk about women. I don't know. It gives me some kind of feminine energy. He came out and said, oh, Meghan Markle didn't want to come out because she didn't want to come for the coronation because she didn't want to be booed. Who want to be booed? Who wants to be booed? Like, yeah, I want to come over there and get booed. Like, Charles has been getting booed. But nobody want to talk about him being booed, by the way. Nobody want to talk about him being booed. But let's talk about Meghan. Like, you could literally see it. You could see it in your, like, they are not hiding it anymore at this point. And when you call them out on it, they say, no, it's not that. They gaslight. They gaslight you. They try to tell you it's not like this, it's not like that. And I'm like, what is it then? What is it? What is it then? First of all, you said she was seeking attention. Second, now you're talking about, oh, she doesn't want to come to the coronation. She's a snob. She's this. Oh, she's laughing at Kate. She's like, Meghan doesn't have time for all of that. Then you have this one over here making a cartoon like this. She forgot that she had a mental health issue when she was making this cartoon and posting it on Twitter. Posting it on Twitter. Like, absolutely disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. And look at the way she depicts the children, though. Look at the way she depicts the children. Look at the way she depicts the children. And I'm gonna say this. Some of these women are gonna be the ones that are gonna be married to men of color. And they will come into the space of women of color and actually try to shit on you too. They try to shit on you too. They would, if they're in relationship with men of color, they want to sit in your place and take over your seat and be the new face. I mean, at this point, I'm like, what is making you so jealous? Like, tell me what is making you so pressed. Like the other lady in TikTok tried to explain. She said because women, Caucasian women have been the men's center of beauty and everything. And the other thing is the way that the media also helps to portray them, especially even in women of colors spaces, even in the movie, like The Maid. She like when she was talking about it, she even said like the movie, like The Maid, like Caucasian women were mostly centered. And you see women of color being house help, being helpers, because the media also helps to portray this narrative that, oh, she's supposed to be serving you, she's supposed not to go above you, she's supposed to be there for you, she's supposed to teach you, but you are not supposed to have humanity in you to understand. Like, why would I want to teach somebody that I know? Like, when I look at this, I kind of think about those days, when uh they had slavery. I'm just gonna call it out. And some women would be taking care of these women's children only for them to grow up and hate them. Why would I do that? Why would I do that? How can you be raising somebody that is gonna grow up someday to subjugate you and see you like nothing else than a help? And this is the thing. They are open nowadays. And when you call them out, oh my God, I had some mental health issue. But you didn't have mental health issue when you were making this depiction, when you were making this cartoon, this derogatory cartoon. Look at the kids. Look at the kids, by the way. Hold on. Let me just lower the volume here so that I can play this so you can see the kids. Let me see. Look at the kids. Look at the way she depicted Lilibet and the rest, and the way she depicted Meghan. Like, this is pure hate from nowhere. And I feel like some people, hating other people fuels their mind. It probably makes them happy in some way. Seeing other people suffer makes them happy in some way. Believing other people makes them happy in some way. It gives them joy. And that is, I feel like many people need to go get therapy. A lot of people need to go get therapy, because this is why I noticed they've been trying to stop the teaching of Black history, because hey, some people want to just continue. They don't want you complaining about what happened. They just want to continue what they've been doing before, but don't tell them that what they are doing is bad. She wrote a sassy apology one time, one apology that she had before they took down her account, and making all kind of excuse. Like, who sits down? This probably takes hours to make a cartoon like this, to draw it like this. So you didn't know you needed help when you were making this cartoon. You didn't know that you needed help. It was when it backfired, because you wanted to, group the Meghan and Markle haters so that they can all come and laugh and make fun of her and talk about how she looks. Why? And this is the thing. I want a lot of women to understand. This is something I've understood for a long time. When people are out here talking about sisterhood, let's band together, I'm like, girl, bye. I don't, unless I see that you're somebody that I can trust and that I've seen you know what I mean? Why is this man in my photo? Well, that was supposed to be, hold on. So, unless you show me by action, I don't care. I'll be hearing, oh, you know what? Women should band together. I'm not banding together with you. No, you go fight your war. Like the time that, they were fighting for the rights to work, Black women were like, you know what, this working thing, we've been working for a long time. And especially when I hear somebody, we gave women the right to work. I'm like, have you made it? Most of the colored women were working for a long time. Like, hey, they were working for a long time. And when they start working, some of them ran back into the home like, no, I'd rather be a housewife. I'd rather have people clean up after me, because it's how some of them were raised. And the mindset, I'm going to say this, the mindset is literally crazy. How you can sit down and hate on somebody that have nothing to do with you, that don't know you from nowhere. Just sit down and hate. Like, I look at some of these women that do this or talk bad about other people that they've never met in their life, by the way. I'm like, if somebody did this to you, you would cry. And they're the first ones to cry when you give them the same energy. That, like, they're the first ones to start crying and acting as if it's too much. Oh, this person did this to me. Meanwhile, you feel some kind of joy depicting somebody like this and her children. Like, it is absolutely disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. And I don't know if she was the one that deleted her Twitter or if it was Twitter that took it down. Because no, this is out of hand. When I saw this, I'm like, do people not think? Well, I'm not gonna say they are not capable of thinking. I feel like there is something inside some of these women that makes them happy to see a woman of color suffer. It makes them feel, some of them makes them feel better about themselves. They want to be put on a pedestal. They want everybody else to suffer so that they can be put on a pedestal and be like, well, I'm not getting that treatment. So yeah. And they would actually dogpile on you too while you are suffering. That's why many of these women, I do not trust them. Like, no, I would not jump and take the bullet for nobody. No. Yeah, and when they come out and they talk about feminism, I'm like, when I hear about feminism, I'm like, don't talk to me. Leave me alone. I don't want to be part of who is going to go match or who is going to go be in front of the world and talk. No, I'm going to fight for myself. You do what you got to do. You do what you got to do. This is why I don't believe in feminism. This is why I don't believe in women coming together and let's fight the man. This is why I don't believe in that. Because at the end of the day, when they have the chance, they will dogpile on you. They would literally belittle you. They will literally belittle you. It's insane. Absolutely insane. And then she came out with some trashy apology like that, talking about, oh, I'm sorry with mental health and all of that. Some of these women, let me tell you something, do not want to do the work. And I don't think there is any work to be done. It is as simple as ABC. Do not hate on other people. It's that simple. There is no complication in that. You don't need somebody to explain that to you. Because this is the thing. If people start giving them the same energy, they get mad. They cry. They say we being hated on. But you have the audacity to make somebody look like this. You have the audacity and the goal to go make a cartoon figure like this. Like, when I look at Meghan sometimes, I'm like, this woman have the patience. She has patience. She is very calm. Like, I'm gonna say sometimes quietness is not a good thing. I would have sued, especially a lot of people that would put what's into my mouth. I would have sued them for defamation. Meghan is very nice. She's a very, very sweet woman. She's sweet. I mean, now I'm gonna say this, you guys, please don't forget to press the like button. And I'm also gonna ask you guys if you have any donation to donate to my channel, because normally I pay for StreamYards, and I have to also pay for, making the thumbnails. So if you want to donate something in this channel so that I can actually continue making these thumbnails and paying for StreamYard, because most of the time it comes from my pocket, I would be very grateful for that, whatever you have to give. Now, with that being said, I'm going to say this: to appreciate this channel, just, add whatever you want to give. Now, with that being said, I'm going to say this: thank you all for being here. Have a great day and goodbye.